We recently had a second standardized patient encounter too, and this is my reflection for the second encounter. Going into the encounter, I was pretty confident and felt more prepared than the first one, and I was ready to do histories and converse with the patient and get down to the root of the issue. And so going into the first encounter, on the front of the door reading the scenario, I was pretty excited because I was like, okay, there's an emergency situation. It might be a concussion, and so I could be prepared and do an concussion eval. That would be pretty fun. And so going in, I found 4 ladies just sitting around, a spine board, and a dummy on the floor. That threw me for a loop. And everything I had planned kind of just went out the window. I wasn't quite sure what the expectations of me were, though I should have realized that it was an emergency situation and I needed to act that way and do everything normally that I would with a real patient, just on the dummy. There are 2 things I could have done. I could have tackled the situations if the patient was passed out, or I could have done the way I did it and acted like the patient was a real life patient and who was conscious enough to hear me. I did good with calling the patient by name, letting him know I was going to be there, comforting him while I did the evaluation. I did dermatomes and myotomes of the hands and feet, though with dermatomes I did not really do them on the legs, so I know that was part of the process to do. And I did check the cervical spine and see if that was intact. So with history questions, I didn't know what else I could do with a cervical injury, especially with a possible spine injury. Couldn't remember what to do for that. And I was thrown for a loop still because he wasn't able to answer me, so what was I going to do with the no answers or making up answers in my head? So from there, I had a few fumbles with directions with C-spine. I didn't pay attention to the directions that I put my hand in on the prone patient. So when I was putting directions for the helpers, I did not realize that they were not familiar with the terminology that I was using for the directions, and I did not realize what direction I needed to turn the patient when I was placing the helpers where I needed them. So we kind of fumbled with that a little bit, wasted some time there. And one thing that I did in practice in class the past few weeks is that we learned to put the patient's hand that is on the side of the spine board up above the head so it does not get stuck under the body or the spine board. And with the dummy, it kind of got stuck, so we fumbled there and had to lay him down and then adjust and put him back on the board. And when the patient was placed on the spine board, he was not fully on the board, so I was about to explain the V-slide that we needed to do when one of the helpers automatically grabbed the legs and kind of slid them onto the board without any assistance. I know that in the future that needs to happen to do a V-slide, and you don't ever adjust the patient without everyone going together, so you avoid further injury to the spine. And when we put the pads on the side of the head, I kind of left my hands there because I did not feel that the patient was secure enough. And we could have pulled them out per the review from the helpers at the end. They said that I needed to pull them out at that point. But I didn't know how far we needed to go with this evaluation, so I kind of left. What I learned from this experience is that as a healthcare professional, you never know what kind of situation you're going to be in. So you need to kind of be prepared, and you need to be confident and rely on yourself and the information that you do know. And that you never know, every situation you're not going to have the high-end gear, so you need to just adapt to what you have and that you're not always going to be in a situation where people know what they're doing or how to help, or that you're going to have certified athletic trainers with you, so you need to be able to step up and direct. And I feel that with this encounter, that while it threw me for a loop, that was a good thing. That I can get out of my head, and then I can be more confident and be able to do what I know. Because I do know how to spine board. I just kind of lost it when I was a emergency situation, which I'm not going to be able to do in a real life situation. So fumbling up now is a lot better than fumbling up later. So thank you.